Welcome back to Winning on Taxes as we wrap up this section or this episode talking about installment agreements. So, again, we really talked a lot about how you don't have to pay the entire balance if your financials show that you can't. If they're asking for a huge amount and you just need time to get that set up, there's also what's called the balloon payment. So, for 12 months, you can do a lower payment. And after 12 months, if when you think things are going to do better, or you hope things will be better, then the payment plan will go up from there. Can you renegotiate if your situation changes? The answer to that is almost always. So if you can't afford, you lose your job, something happens, child, you know, your other bills go up. You can't afford to make these payments anymore. You can always go back and renegotiate with the IRS if your financial situation changes. Now, you don't want to do this willy-nilly because, again, if you develop too many installment agreements, the IRS can even say no more deals for you. But again, as long as you do it in good faith, I've never had a problem going back and renegotiating with changed circumstances. Life happens. Nobody's situation is the same. So again, if you have questions, if you're looking at you owe the IRS or state taxes, you're not sure what your options are. There are more options out there than you're probably aware of. Again, if you don't qualify for a hardship status, there are different kinds of installment agreements. And some of those you can still save a ton of money. And even then, I've set up plenty of people on installment agreements to pay the balances in full while protecting their assets, while protecting them from tax liens if warranted, or doing penalty abatements along the way to save them. But the number one thing is setting them up on a path where they're not going to owe moving forward. And again, I'm a broken record about this because if you continue to owe, you're going to default any installment agreement that's set up for you. And that goes for federal and state. And again, you'll be right back with newer balances, newer penalties and interest, and be in a worse situation than where you started. So again, if you have questions, get informed, call around, again, find out, discuss what options there are that fit your situation. And I'm talking about business taxes, personal taxes, sales taxes, payroll taxes. There are so many different situations. And again, in my 16 years of experience, I've pretty much seen them all. It's very rare that I'm surprised by something. And the IRS has pretty much seen them all as well. So if you think your situation is too far out there, you can almost always be helped. Now, I did have someone who was evading criminal court and living overseas or staying overseas because he didn't want to get entangled or brought to justice. If you have a criminal case, that's not for me, but I know who to send you to. So again, if you have these questions, how to avoid criminal court, how to avoid more sanctions, penalties, and interest, give us a call. We'll give you a free consultation and help you understand what your rights are and what your options are to resolve your tax issues and help you sleep at night. Have a great evening, everybody.